All right. Before it's very bright, I'm gonna move that. Um, I just thought I should summarize the kind of Git workflow for you before I sign off on this Windows video, right? So um, each time you come to your project um, and you want to see what other people have done, you want to pull their work down from the central Git repo on GitHub to your local machine, right? And it's kind of important to always do that before you push any new changes because it avoids the possibility that you'll end up conflicting with your colleagues, right? So the other than this initial setup, which is kind of a bit of a pain in the bum, the other major reason that gets a little bit complicated is when you run into merge conflicts. So you can avoid merge conflicts by always pulling before you push, right? So I'm going to show you a step-by-step, both using the Git panel on the top left corner, top right corner, and using the terminal if you decide that that's what you want to do. I'll show you how to pull and then stage and then commit and then push, right? So just so that there is some changes to be pulled, because at the moment I'm just working in this project by myself, I'm going to make a change to this README document. Jenny making a change that will need to be pulled. So you can edit this README document in your in the GitHub repo and commit that change. All right, so now the central GitHub repo differs from the local version I have over here. So if we check this, open this README document, my local version has the line that says Jenny has worked out how to install Git on her machine, but it doesn't have the line Jenny's making a change that will need to be pulled, right? So every time you come to your project in RStudio and you want to pull the changes that you have that your colleagues have made, you can use this blue pull button, right? So you press the pull button and it will say, oh, one file has changed and there were 2 insertions, right? So then you can see that now I have that change in my local version, right? So when Jenny making edits to push, right? So now I'm working on my local version. I'm going to save that, right? And now it says that this README file has been modified. So there are 3 steps to the pushing process. You always want to pull first, but once you've made some changes that you want to get back onto GitHub, you want to stage those changes by pressing this little check button. And then you press the commit button. You write yourself a commit message. So I'm going to go Jenny editing README. And then, so you write a commit message and press the commit button here. And then you press the push button. Right, once it gets to there, you can close that out. And then you can go to your GitHub repo and refresh. And we see the code, Jenny editing the README, and here I'm making some edits to push. All right, so that's how you do it if you are working in the Git tab. Alternatively, sometimes it can be faster once you get the hang of this pull, stage, or add, commit, push process. Sometimes it's easier to do it typing in the terminal. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to edit the README. More changes to pull. So now that README differs again from the local version I have. So in the terminal, you can type the commands instead of pressing the buttons on the right-hand side. So to pull the work, you want to just type git pull. It will tell you again, we had one file that had changed. So then I can open that file, and I've now got this new line, and then more edits to push. Ignore my phone for a second. So I'm going to save that, close it, and now rather than clicking the staged button to add the file that we're going to push, we can type into the terminal to tell Git that we want to do that. So if you want to add something, you type git add dot. The dot refers to everything that has changed. So sometimes when you're working, you'll end up with a whole list of things that have changed here. At the moment, we're just working with the README. So we're going to git add dot. That is, we want to stage or add everything. And then we want to git commit, and then you say -m for message, and in quotes, more changes to README. Right, so we've done the equivalent of clicking the stage box and writing a commit message and committing it, and now we're going to push. So we just go git push. Excellent. All right, so it has pushed that change to the main branch of the repo, and then if we go back to our repository and refresh the browser, we'll end up with the same as we have over here, more edits to push. All right, hope that is helpful.